far as machining, I had to learn that. They showed me how to do it, and they basically show you how to do it and let you mess up. You mess up, you move on. But sometimes if you mess up, they rag you about it a little bit. Smiley was the biggest one about ragging you about it. Oh, he would aggravate you. You mess up, he was, you holler out, dead bird. They'd hoot and holler, and you wouldn't live it down for quite a while. I remember one time I made these rings. They're brass rings. And they tapered a little bit when I cut them off, and they were real thin. And Johnny Johnson worked here at that time, and him and Roger Vincent. And Johnny was a bird hunter. So anyways, I don't know, Johnny had some extra wings from somewhere, and they taped the wings to all those rings, and they hung them up from the ceiling above my lathe that I was working in. Had all these birds flying around, dead birds flying around. It was funny. They played jokes on, everybody played jokes on everybody. It made the day go. But back then you had to have iron skin. And so you had to grow up quick. Leave all your feelings in the car when you got out in the morning. Some of the jokes they did were they put grease underneath your handles and stuff like that. That was little minor jokes. And every once in a while, you get the occasional, they'd fill a Coke bottle full of water, and they walk up behind you. They'd either stick it in your pocket, upside down in your pocket, or they'd pull the back of your pants out and stick it in there. Those were the good ones. I remember one time I was coming in and driving in, and I pulled around the corner, and a police officer followed me around the corner, turned his lights on. And this was before work. And Tommy Wilson, Ronnie Smiley, David Pulley, all that bunch was down in the break room, and which is where Randy Scott's office is now, in that area. They opened up the window, and that police officer, he had followed me around, and I had went through a yield sign, and he kept claiming it was a stop sign. He said I run a stop sign. He gave me a ticket anyways. But the whole time, Ronnie Smiley kept hollering out the window, "Take him to jail, take him to jail." The police officer turned around and told him, said, "If you don't be quiet, I'm going to take you to jail." That hushed him up pretty quick. It's kind of like family. Like I said, I grew up around here. The whole company's like family.